All right, so we are at the Indy 8-hour with Samantha 10, obviously. So we're going to touch on a few things. So first up, I want to talk about the 24-hour race in Barcelona, where you guys battled all through the entire race and finished maybe a disappointing P2. Can you talk about that race and how it felt?
Yeah, it was really cool to go back to Barcelona and do the 24. If you remember, we tried to do it in the GT3 back in, I think it was 2022 or 2023. And we were leading in the GT3 class for it to only end shortly at the halfway mark, but we were leading most of the race. Anyway, we came back with a vengeance. This time in the new GT4, the G82. And I was joined with John Miller, Neil, Pippa, and Fabian. So we had a stellar lineup. And everybody got up to speed really quickly. We were definitely the car to beat that weekend. And it just ended. It was a bittersweet ending.
Because I think you started off really strong, and there was a few problems. You had to go in behind the wall for some repairs, and you kept plugging away. And then it was P2 at one point in time that I remember before I fell asleep. This was like 3 in the morning.
So
West Coast time.
Yeah, so we led most of the race, I would say, majority of the race. We were already 4 laps ahead of the second car. I'd say like a quarter of the way into the race.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we had a stone pierce the intercooler as the sun had set, and we were stuck in the garage for 20 minutes. The guys did an amazing job to piece it back together, and we went back out like 5 laps down to the leader. And then we had Neil and John go through the night and put in these monster stints. So by the time the sun started coming up, we were back in the lead. And then just stellar running consistency from Pippa and Fabian. And then I got in for the final stint of the race, and we had built another 4-lap lead. Coming into the final hour, unfortunately, we ran into a fuel pressure issue, and the car went to limp mode like 3 times during my final stint. And it was just in all the chaos, the leader passed me, and for the last 38 minutes of that race, we were battling side by side, wheel to wheel, to finish P2, 1 second behind the leader after 24 hours. So, I mean, we're very proud of what our pace was and what we were able to do throughout the race. It's just so unfortunate and unlucky with how it ended, but I know that we can keep our heads high.
Yeah, I mean, a second off winning the race after everything that you went through. Disappointing, but spectacular finish.
It was one hell of a comeback, I'll say.
All right, and we'll switch gears. So last time we talked to you was at Coda before the nice mid-season break for SRO. So you had, what, VIR, Road America, Barber, and this is the finale. So can you talk about those races leading up today? Because we're championship weekend. You finished the race, I think, for the most part. I think you win the championship. Let's talk about the three
races prior to this. So yeah, after the summer break, we were back at VIR. Finished with 2 P2s, if I remember correctly, and then we went to Road America and Barber. I know we had some weather issues in Road America. We had some, risky kind of calls with the tires. So the first race, we finished P5 because we made the wrong call. But we podiumed in the second race. And then in Barber, we had an unfortunate first race. My fault entirely. I went out of line at the start, and then I had a little bit of contact with Justin, so I got a double drive-through. But, we pushed through. We didn't finish last. We finished P7, actually, so we still had points in the bank. And then podium the second race. So 4 podiums in the 6 races.
It's amazing.
So coming into Indy, we now have over 30-point lead. So we're kind of, there is a little bit of pressure, obviously, but we're kind of taking it easy. We just have to finish this race. We have to keep it clean. I mean, if the 29 car wins, we just have to finish P5 and we'll still win the championship. There's 15 Pro-Am cars here this weekend, so it's definitely going to be a challenge. And, we're still obviously going to push for a podium, but we're not going to do anything too risky.
Yeah, so basically it's 8 hours of wall-to-wall racing, and hopefully you guys come out on top, because that would be a crowning achievement. Do you think that, to date, would that be your best achievement as a GT3 championship?
Yeah, so I think it will be my biggest achievement. It will be my first GT3 championship title, and to be the second woman ever in the series to have that title would be incredible. And just from the progress that we've had in the past couple of years, it'd be something I'm really proud of.
Yeah, and obviously you guys were the first team to win in the GT3, and now hopefully this will be a crowning achievement, that championship. We're really looking forward to the race tomorrow, and hopefully see you finish in the championship.
Thank you. And
if we do, there'll be an addendum to this one, so we'll add on to that
for sure.
at the end, for sure.
But for now, the 28 car, our sister car, made it into Super Pole, so we're going to go watch them and cheer them on. So thanks, guys, for watching. You
got Philip Eng in that one. And then joining you is JCD. We talked to JCD earlier. Great guy. I think he's a fantastic driver. Maybe a little bit nervous right now, given what at stake.
He's doing double duty. It's a lot.
All right. But thanks again, Sam, for your time. As always, good luck.
Thank you. Great catching up.